Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I have just gone ahead and crafted up a new implosion compressor. I didn't realize this was an actual thing. So, yeah, it's just a better, more upgraded version of the implosion compressor, I believe. I'm assuming it still requires... Might even have enough of that, actually. I'm assuming it still requires TNT and stuff. So I'm actually gonna just basically... I think I'm just gonna replace it. Just break all the stuff that... Just don't wanna... Sometimes it goes crazy. I should actually... That would explain why we were up to like an absolute ton of pollution. And this was running. I should craft up one of those. They are pretty expensive though, to be honest. The UV muffler hatch. That is the wrong nether star block. I gotta fix that recipe. Alright. Just trying to keep it in the exact same spot. Don't break anything that we don't need to. Yeah, and then we'll replace it with this. So, I guess I should have... Yeah, I think it is exactly the same, it just requires robust. And these should all, like, switch over. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see what this does. So, I was crafting 32 of these, so we need 14 more. And it was, yeah, 226,000 of the things it was going to have to... Alright, since that's one tick, I'm assuming it'd be better to do it batch mode. Yeah, it just did 4,000 in 5 seconds. Yeah. Alright, that was taking a very long time to go through all that, considering it was doing one at a time. How much of this does this use? Yeah, a decent amount. Alright. I could probably even speed it up if I wanted and have a bigger super bus, but those super buses are actually pretty expensive. I use EV, and that actually requires UV input buses. So if you get any like bigger, like UHV... Wait, hold on. Oh, that requires... Oh, okay. I'm like, that just requires the lower tier super bus. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think we're going to be having to, like, do this much all at once. I'm just doing it because it's, for that quest. Like, I'm not going to have to worry about this much. But, alright, there we go. There is that. And yeah, we were up to like 3 million gibble before. That's when I was like, whoa, what's going on here? It probably didn't help that I had the lowest tier pollution thing. Okay, that is that. I have gone ahead and also fixed some of my chemistry stuff. I realized I was actually out of sodium hydroxide, which was absolutely crazy that I ran out of that. Because we get it from producing chlorine. In there somewhere. Yeah. So we do the salt, we get sodium hydroxide and then the chlorine, but we're actually not using a whole ton of chlorine anymore. So I was actually going through the sodium hydroxide pretty fast. It's used in palladium, the sodium formite that we need, which gives us the formic acid, which gives us the palladium. So that's one of the things. It's also used in a few of our plastics, which I ended up fixing some of those as well, because once I broke all that stuff down, I actually broke a bunch of our plastics. But yeah, so that is that. Now, another thing possibly want is this thing. Don't remember how big this is. Oh. It's just a 3x3. Alright. So there is this distillery, and the reason I would possibly do that is for our platinum, because as we know, this is super, super slow. And we're actually almost filling up our huge quantum tank there. This whole setup is pretty outdated. Low tier machines, not running very fast. I've gotten much better at the cabling and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of this stuff also doesn't use like output buses to ME, stocking input buses and stuff like that. So it's quite outdated. But maybe we'll just replace this if it's just a 3x3 thing. Although those are a pain. All right, that looks. To be honest, this looks really annoying to craft up. I mean, we have the highest tier, but molten canthal, molten bronze, abbot alloy. Ugh. We could maybe actually. Could we? Almost thinking. Oh, that's that is a lot of alloy blast weld. Holy cow! Yeah, we have all this stuff. That's pretty expensive, but everything else is pretty basic. I wonder what tier we would do. Just wondering, I'm like, is it time to redo this? What is the size of it? 11 by 11? That'd be kind of a cool new thing. But everything I spend doing other stuff is less time I am working towards a space elevator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. It's not going to fit there, is it? I'm gonna say I'm gonna build this, because I really just don't like it, but how big is this? 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Not big enough at all for this little area. Don't particularly want to put it really, really far away, because I check these out constantly. All right, let me think about what I want to do here. Okay, I think I'm gonna hold off on the alloy smelter for the time being. I think I'll probably want to do the Mega Blast Furnace first, I'm thinking, so we can use the Mega Blast Furnace to smelt all the coils. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So maybe we'll get this. It's so ugly. But I know it's like super efficient, especially with these end game recipes. You kind of need it. Couple things though. One, oops. There we go. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have enough neutronium. I'm going to get this going, is one thing I want to do. Because this is going to take a very long time to do this. We need 128 blocks of neutronium for this. And the next thing I want is to get the auto-taping maintenance hatch. Because I think one of the things that I keep noticing is happening is all my plutonium-239 seems to disappear. And I have a feeling there is... I think it's something with the mega chemical reactor that is maybe voiding it. Like, because it's not on safe mode or anything. So I think somehow it's getting voided. I don't really know. There was, that's right, there was maintenance issues on that. So I think it was voiding. Like it was turning on and off and eventually just voiding all the plutonium. I think that's what it was with maintenance issues. So I'm thinking I want to get this auto-taping thing so I can start putting this and not worrying about maintenance, especially on things like the turbines. As I'm talking here, so like turbines running constantly, they get maintenance issues, blast furnace, stuff like that. So I want to do that, I think. And even those over there were getting maintenance issues. I don't know if we're gonna worry about those, but first let's do this. I did need to adjust a few of my setups. I have crafted up its own special little machine because I don't want this clogging up a multi-block for many hours. So yeah, that's 838,000 seconds. That is just gonna tick away, and in a few weeks we'll probably get that. Like no joke, a few weeks, real life time. But that can just, when I AFK or something like that, let the world run, that can just be ticking away. All right, so there's that. And then the auto-taping thing, we need to throw this. I have crafted up one of these. This one is easy. But we do need to data stick. There was some data orbs in my assembler, and I have no idea where they came from. I don't know what recipe that was. There was 4 of them just chilling in the thing. Something got screwed up. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get used up. Oh, this is another thing. I forgot to do that. I have gone ahead and switched out my lubricant for a big one now. So I'm adding more of these things. We got IC2 coolant. Now I have one for lubricant. I haven't sped up the production because we don't go it through that fast. But the auto-taping maintenance hatch requires 256 buckets, and I didn't have enough connected to the A system. So now it's being put in there, and it's connected to the A system. Again, that will just slowly tick up. But now we have 4 million on there, so there's that. All right, data stick. Let's get this scanned in our new fancy schmancy, I can remember where it is, research thing. Now this is a serious computation thing. So if I hadn't done these crazy overclocking things in our quantum computer, that would have taken, I don't even know how long that would have taken, but get that going. Let's get that going. Okay, so we'll just let that run. I feel like that's going to take forever, too. Lots of things taking forever. It does tell you like what the minimum is and what you're feeding it. So we're feeding it 2282 per second. I kind of wish it was like it would give you a time, but obviously if we turn this off, you don't lose the computation, which is kind of cool. But all right, that's actually, yeah, that's going to take a while. Okay, so we got that going as well. We're pushing our power pretty good. I mean, that's using 3.5 million EU per tick. I got our apiaries using like 1 million and something. Yeah, we are. It does look like we are dropping a little bit. We're like kind of like borderline. I can always turn that off. But okay, so we got that. And then I got recipes for the duct tape. And everything else, I have replaced the input hatches for the lubricant, so that's good. And we should be good. I'm just doing the advanced glue because I had it. It's even in our assembler already, but there is a much better ratio. This gives you 2, this gives you 16, but this is really annoying to craft up. Requires the chemical plant and formaldehyde and that stuff, so we'll just stick with the advanced glue, that's fine. Alright, got the last 16 blocks of infinity. That actually went surprisingly quick with all these centrifuges. And we also have the auto taping thing going on. So we got the in here somewhere. The scan right there. So pretty easy. But that is why we set that up to pretty much be easily accessible from the laser network. Thought that was going to make that much, much easier. All right, so that is 150 seconds. I'm going to slowly start upgrading all of these. I don't think I'm going to... Oops. I'm not going to like immediately start switching out every single maintenance hatch because these aren't the cheapest things in the world, but definitely going to start switching them out for things that run permanently. And important things like this too are I have had to fix the maintenance a few times on the heat exchanger. So things like that. But I think one of the first things we're going to do, I haven't checked these either. They should be fine. Usually it would say on there if there's maintenance issues. Sometimes these screens don't always update correctly. For the most part. Alright, cool. So there is our first one. I don't know if there's going to be... Oh, there is a thing. Cool. I don't know. Is that in here? I don't know where... which thing is in, but yeah, there we go. That is cool. We still got that. We'll let that just do it. It's a thing. Okay, I'm going to turn on... I'm going to... First one I'm going to do is on this one, because this is when I kind of realized... I think there is a bit of an issue. And this runs pretty... This is my radon production. Alright. I don't know if that... I'm assuming that just... That's it. I don't think we have to mess with it. I don't think I have to... I wonder if that does anything. No. If you right-click on it, it doesn't do anything. Cool. So I'm assuming that is that done, and we won't have to worry about it ever again. Let me just turn that back on. So we'll turn that back on. I actually don't know. I know our smelter is not keeping up with that. I didn't really ever upgrade it. So if I wanted to, I could Definitely could make that better. It's like all the way over here too. I didn't even like move it. As we can see, it doesn't really keep up with that. Should move it down on EV. It's not the end of the world though. Since I built that chemical reactor, radon hasn't been an issue. We got 770,000 buckets of radon. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go. There is our 64 infinity blocks. Ooh, that actually wasn't too crazy. Once I boosted up our diamond production and our cosmic uranium production, wasn't too bad. But I wanted to get that done because, as I'd mentioned a few times, it was blocking a whole bunch of these stuff. Things like the internal singularity. It would have sucked if we had used it and I couldn't do the quest. Not that it's like super important that you do the quest, but you know, I wanted to get that done. Alright, and plus we're working towards the ultimate battery as well. Actually, I think I can craft up a whole... Oh, I just used all my cosmic neutroniums for... That's funny. Alright, I will... Let's start crafting up. I won't do it all at once. I kind of wanted to do it all at once, but we don't need to. Let me start with this. There we go. Yeah, let's get... I guess we'll get the ultimate battery today. And then after that, it's the really ultimate battery, which is 8 of those. And these field generators. But now that we have the UEV mainframes, we can start looking at that. Is it time to start doing these recipes? I guess it is. Oh, I have actually done most of them. I haven't done the sensor and the thing. I should probably get those going then. And with that, we can start scanning them. Alright, got all the things to do. Also, I'm just thinking Mega Blast Furnace. I should get going with these. Oh, does that... Does the glass... Okay, it doesn't say anywhere about the glass. I don't remember needing higher tier glass. Because you do need 1,000. But maybe it's time to start crafting this stuff up. Lots and lots of coil blocks. What do we need for Awakened? 9,900. I was thinking, I mean, that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Craft up 864 Electrum coils to almost immediately replace it with Awakened. That does seem a little crazy. I should just get that going. What was it? 864? Ah, asbestos. I had been voiding that. Yeah. I wonder if I can get that from like a B. Something easy, really quick. Nope. Alright, I gotta get that turned back on. Alright, we are back and still crafting up all these energy clusters. Basically, we are crafting up an ultimate battery from scratch. Well, not completely from scratch, but I like doing these really complicated crafts, get everything going, and then I can see where bottlenecks are occurring in our base. And there is definitely, I know this has been a bit of a problem, but our large processing factory, our precision laser multi is definitely a pretty huge bottleneck, and it's been like that for a little while. Even though it's at UV, it has been a decent bit of a bottleneck. As we can see, lots and lots of things have to go through the precision laser engraver. I mean, this has been running for quite a while, and we still have 9,000 more or something to do. So I'm thinking I may cancel that craft, because if I try to craft something up right now, it probably won't happen. It won't. It won't ever. If I need circuits or something like that, we won't ever be able to get this to do them. So that is something. Also, the chemical reactor is a little bit of a bottleneck, but it's not too bad. This is the worst part. So, but as we can see though, like, this stuff has been done for quite a long time. So I'm still kind of like, do I really feel like spending a whole bunch of effort on getting the Mega Blast Furnace? Because it's really not super big of a bottleneck. But I'm thinking, yeah, we'll cancel this. I'll let it empty out what it's doing. And then I'm thinking, what did we do over here? I don't remember. 16 amp. We do have quite a few things on that. I'm curious if we add another precision laser engraver right next to it. Now that's totally gonna like throw off my rows, but I don't think it matters at this point. But yeah, you can see just how much goes into these ultimate batteries. And we need 7 more for this ultimate capacitor, which basically turns our thing into a battery, or infinite battery, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, and that way we could just have as many turbines as we want, just as many fusion reactors as we want, and it will never like fill up. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to do at least another one to help out with that. Okay, we are back again, and just noticing that, at least with this craft, because we need so many of the HPIC things and the crystal processors, that this one is a bottleneck now. So we upgraded this to 2 of them to speed that up, and now that is pushing it onto the crystal circuit line. So that was 30 seconds. I have just gone ahead and upgraded it to UHV. So now that can do every 7 seconds. So that is, what, a quarter of the time almost? And yeah, it is actually a quarter of the time. And I've gone ahead and upgraded this to 16 amp UV. And I'm not gonna UV, I'm just gonna keep yellow from now on, but unfortunately I didn't feel like fixing all those wires. I don't know if there's any way to erase the color. Can't remember. And that's not the same yellow as the yellow in the spray can, so they wouldn't connect. I can't do that, but we'll leave that, and slowly we'll just leave it with the yellow. I realized it was kind of silly to be painting it like brown when it was already like a color instead of the black cabling, which is the reason I always paint them, because the black cables, you can't tell, but you can tell with that. But yeah, so that is where we are at. So we're just chugging along. Now we are crafting up the field generators. crafting up the energy modules. We're just basically waiting for the circuits. All right. Got everything for this. I just crafted up every piece so I could get it going, make sure everything worked correct, and it looked like it. Yep, there we go. All right, so 75 seconds, and we will get the ultimate battery, our first of many. Okay, so I'll probably keep working on that. But I would like to... Man, there's so many things I want to get. So, space elevator, obviously. Oh, it's right up here. That is a huge project. We do have everything for it now, but I mean, like, just like 16 UV generators is a lot. And then each of these require 4 UHV circuits, and we need 773 of those. So yeah, this is a big huge project that we will be working on. I think there are other things I'm gonna have to do while working towards that, but I think other than just resource production for that, we're pretty much there. I can just, as we're crafting up the different parts, we'll slowly improve things that we are finding. Do we have those? I don't know if we have the red ones yet, do we? Oh, we do have the red ones. Apparently we don't have it. And we don't have a recipe for the other ones. Alright, well there we go. Now we have it. Oh, we might actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might have a different name. It does have a different name. It's not PPIC. Just kidding. Alright, so we already had that. Yeah. So we'll probably start with the controller, and then we'll go from there. I know there are modules and all sorts of stuff that go along with this, so pretty crazy. I think I'm going to have to go and get this first, though, for osmium. And I don't know, maybe the blast furnace would probably help as well. But today, there we go. We have our ultimate battery. Ding. There we go. All right, so we got all our infinity that we needed. We got our internal singularity. We got an ultimate battery. We're working on the NAND thing, but apparently it is locked. I wonder if... it sounds like it's locked behind a killing quest. I may have just missed it, unfortunately. Maybe I'll take a look at that. Yeah, it's probably locked behind somewhere. I don't know. Don't know which one that is, but we will... I guess I could just search for it. Okay, let's search for it before we wrap up. This one? All right, I'll look at that. I'll look at that. Maybe a hidden trigger. But all right, there we go. We're up to 25,000 seconds, so you can see how long this episode has taken me to finish up. I haven't been at the computer the whole time, but yeah, takes a little while. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.